In this video, we're taking a look at the index match functions. Look at two examples of how we can get around one of the limitations with the VLOOKUP function, as well as how to create dynamic two-way lookups. Now, our first case we'll look at is wanting to pull over category and total information based on our description. You can see that we have a category to the left of our description and total to the right. This is one of the limitations of the VLOOKUP function, which can only look from the left to the right. And let's look at how index match can overcome that. We'll start by typing index. And the first thing we want to let the formula know is where's information we're looking for. In this case, our category is going to be in this category column. So we can highlight that for our array. And we want to pull over the category when the description matches this row. So we want to now go into our match function. And we'll be looking up our description in our description column. And then we can hit 0 for an exact match. And we can close that. Here we can see that our category is fitness electronics, which matches the description for heart rate monitor and headphones. Now, if we want to pull the total over, we actually just copy this formula that we created, paste it into our formula bar, and we can just drag category over to total. Now we'll be doing the same thing in the opposite way. We're looking for the total when this description matches the same row. So in this case, our description is in our first row and it's pulled over the total. And if we wanted to change this description to yoga mat, we can see that that pulls over fitness equipment and 3429, which matches that. Now let's take a look at how we can make this a dynamic lookup. So in this case, we have our trail running shoes, and we want to pull over our category in total. So let's do a index. And in this case, we'll highlight all of our data for our array. And the row, once again, is going to match our description for our first one. So let's do match, and we'll choose our description here. And we'll open that up within our description column to find that. Then exact match. And now for our column, we want to make this dynamic. So for our column number, we'll want to actually match when it finds category and total. So we'll do another match function. We'll be looking for category. If we get F4 twice, we can drag this formula over with a dynamic reference array. All right, and we're looking up that category within the headers of our data. So let's highlight those headers. Hit F4 to lock that and do the exact match. Okay, let's close this formula. And there we can see for trail running shoes, it pulled over category. And if we pull this to the right, we see that we have our total of 4677. So that's a way to make this dynamic, looking at both the row and the column. Let's take a look at another example. We have our product codes and we have our monthly sales. And we want to build a two-way lookup based on whichever product code we enter here and the month that we enter. So being able to dynamically find a combination of both. So start with our index formula, and we'll highlight all of our data here. Okay. And once again, our row number is going to be when we find this product code. So we're going to match. We want to look up our product code. And we're looking that up in our product code column. And for an exact match, we'll hit 0. And for our column that we want to pull over, we'll make that dynamic with another match function. And we're looking up this value for our month. And once again, we're going to be looking up that across our headers. So highlight that, do an exact match, and then close that formula. And here we can see for our first product code for June, we return 9674, which matches that. And if we want to change our product codes, go to yoga for June, you can see that's 1200. Or if we go to January, so we see that we can dynamically pull over the sales for any combination. Now, if we're interested in a particular row of data based on the product code, we could make that dynamic with index match once again. And start by typing index. And our data that we're interested in this case is just sales data. So we'll highlight that. The row that we're interested in is when our product code matches what's on the left of our table. So we'll hit match. We'll look up this product code in our product code column for an exact match. And then the columns that we want to pull over will be a match of the headers in our table. And so we want to look up January, and we'll hit F4 twice once again, that's so we can pull this formula to the right. We're looking that up within these headers. Exact match. Close that. And here, let's see, we're finding our snowboard 6,000. Now if we pull this over to the right, we now have dynamically pulled over all the sales data for each month of this product code. And once again, can change our product codes, and this will dynamically match based on our product codes. So those are some examples of using the index match and how it can be very powerful for two-way lookups, as well as getting over some implementations of the VLOOKUP function.